Hello, group of Aventurine. How are you today? I'm using the So Below deck from the Book of Shadows Tarot. Book of Shadows Tarot has two decks in it. They have the As Above deck and the So Below. If you just happen to choose the other reading in this picked card that has the As Above deck, you already know that it was featured here. So if you can take a minute to breathe with me. I'll fix my chair. All right. All right, so take a minute to breathe with me. Think about your question or your situation. Oh, just call me. I'm going to read some cards first, and then we'll get to the charms. So green Aventurine is a money stone. I mean, it's more about like your potential, and it's about the unlimited self, which is actually the key words. But for me, I'm feeling like this one is the money stone. Like today, at least in this reading, sometimes I'll see that stone as a heart chakra sort of like opening yourself up to not really fear, but like the courage to do something, even if you fear it, doing it anyway. I think is probably the reason that it is a money stone, because, if you are, if you're willing to take that gamble, right? Or you're willing to take the risk, sometimes the risk can pay off, kind of how it feels. And that doesn't necessarily have to mean money for everyone. Like maybe this is a risk of a different type for some of you. All right, so we're starting off with the Two of Wands. So, automatically the Two of Wands is about potential. The potential for ideas, right? Potential for cooperation, for support, partnership. The potential to move forward or to move on to bigger and better things, especially if it's talking about money. Oh, and then look, you've got the strength. So this definitely is about facing that fear, conquering the courage, right? Or having the courage to conquer the fear so that you can fulfill that potential, not just create it, because the potential is already there. It's what you need to do, how you're going to fulfill it. Okay, so now we have the Devil. Interesting. So it's also that there is potential for toxicity as well. So there's a little bit of a warning here. And that could be, if you've got money involved in it, that could very well, be what they're talking about. Like, don't gamble. Be very careful with your money. Yeah. Okay. So, with the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is like lack mentality, but it's coming underneath the Six of Swords. So this is what you're moving away from, that feeling of, I don't have enough, I'm lost, I don't know where to go for help, who to ask for help, that type of thing. Oh, and then look, you've got the Knight of Cups coming out underneath the Strength card. So the Knight of Cups talks about asking for help. So it's funny that that came out like right as I was saying that about the Five of Pentacles. Because typically in the traditional tarot with the Five of Pentacles, you'll see two people standing outside of a church. They're standing outside the stained glass window of a church, but the light of the church, it may not be on. So they feel like they can't go in for whatever reason. All they need to do is just step through the door and help is right there. There's warmth to be had. There's food to be had. They don't have to suffer any longer, but they have to take that step, right? Which is what all of this has been talking about to begin with. Conquering that fear of asking for help. So with that, I'm actually not even, because look, you're overwhelmed. Whatever your situation is, you're overwhelmed. So you need to ask for help. And there's no reason to even go on even further than that. Although I am gonna say a little bit more. Hold on, one thing. Okay. I think the reason you don't want to ask for help is because you may have, so if you're struggling, I'm so sorry if you're struggling. All right. And let me just tell you, if you're struggling, but you're really ready for help, you should ask for help. Okay. Don't let this energy that I'm getting ready to explain to you stop you from reaching out for help, because I think this energy is the energy of the past. And I know it is because it's on the bottom of the deck. This is the foundation of the story. So this is not energy that's coming in. This is energy that you've already gone through. It's no longer. And I think the reason that you're afraid to ask for help is because in the past, you've probably been a little bit unreliable with the Knight of Wands. You probably are, you made some decisions that are the reason that you are feeling stuck and trapped in whatever situation that you're in. And because of those decisions and, choices that you made, that's what turned the wheel, into it turned the wheel into the fate that you have now. And because of that, like again, we have this Seven of Cups coming up, which is there are many options, but you aren't sure where to turn, right? You aren't sure what to do, what choice to make with the Magician. So you need to reach out and talk about it. Like that's what the Eight of Wands is all about, is talk about it. And you see, she's thinking about it. Right here, she's got her hands up. She's actually praying, please God help me, please God help me, praying over and over and over. But with the Seven of Swords, like, first of all, look at this is all information. There's paperwork, fairies, it's all information. But this is somebody coming in to steal information. I don't know, maybe you're afraid that someone is going to like use your information against you or something. And then look, you've got the Eight of Cups, which is like walking away. But again, there's more books and information, there. So maybe you're afraid someone's going to steal your, like maybe you're afraid to ask for help because of the paperwork behind it. Or there's something about the shame of, well, I haven't been as reliable as I should have been in the past. And so now I'm afraid that they'll just say no. Maybe because, or maybe it's you need help and you're afraid that you won't have the paperwork to back up what you need and to back up what you need to prove that you are no longer this energy here. You don't actually have the receipts to prove it yet to be able to bring that new beginning with this full card here. That's what I think it is. But I think you should ask for help anyway. I think that even if you don't have the paperwork or the receipts that you need, like whether that's the paperwork that you need to actually file for something or the proof that you need to be able to say, look, I've changed. Either way, I think you should still ask for help without it. Okay. So I'm losing light, which means I need to go ahead and hurry up and do these charms. Let me see if I can get them right here. Okay, so I've been trying to explain this real quickly for everyone. This is an astrology wheel. As you can see, the signs are right here on this outer wheel. We've got the planets that correspond to each sign here in this wheel. We've got the modalities, we've got the elements, and then in the center we have the flower of life. And so the way that I read my charms is I read this like I would a transit reading. Everything that falls in the outer circle are the energies that are coming towards you or that are coming into you this week. Everything that falls in the center circle, this is going to be the general focus for everyone this week. And whatever falls in a particular sign is a special message for that sign. So let's go ahead and get started. This one barely has any charms. Okay, interesting. The other ones had a bunch of charms. So the first thing right off the bat for this group, I think just in general, the focus for you is going to be like something very positive that's abundant coming in, because you have the $100 bill and the sun charm. So the $100 bill is the highest denomination of all the bills that I have in my charm tin. So it's something very good. Whatever this abundant gift or something that's coming in, the surprise, it's something that's very good that will make you very happy. All right, so we're going to start with Aries. Aries, you have the charm that says, give a girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world. It's a quote from Marilyn Monroe. So I don't know, I feel like you might find whatever tool or solution it is that you need this week for something that you're working on, whatever it is, you're going to find that solution this week. For Taurus, we have in your outer influences, we have the wishes do come true charm and then the I love you charm. So this hasn't actually hit you yet. So maybe not so much this week will you feel anything, but maybe closer towards the end of the week, beginning of next week, you're going to start to feel some love coming in, maybe especially if that's what you've been looking for, right? And then like a week or two after that, you're going to feel like maybe your wishes are coming true, like something really good is happening for Taurus this week. I think this particular group is like all around very positive just because of this right here in the center, but we'll keep going. So for Gemini, you have the star. There's something about you shining this week. There's something about you that's shining very brightly. I think you're probably attracting people. Maybe you're very attractive to someone this week. Or maybe you do good work or something and you're going to be praised for it, or there's something about you shining this week. So for Cancer, you have the heart that's sitting right on top of the moon and the cardinal modality. Okay, so the interesting thing about cardinal signs is that, cardinal signs tend to be the ones that are kind of like the first one, the go-getter of the zodiac. They can be like, they're not easily influenced, but they're not so stuck in their ways that you can't, talk them into what you want, right? It's like cardinal signs are kind of typically right in the middle. But this heart falling right on top of the moon and that right there, I feel like it's saying have an open heart with whatever's happening this week. Keep your heart open, but don't be naive is what I want to say. Don't be naive. Don't get stuck in your ways. Stay in the middle, but don't be naive in whatever's happening. Just keep your heart open. Okay, so for Leo, you have Libra, and then you actually have the Leo charm straddling both Leo and Virgo houses. Okay, so interesting. You could be a Leo who has Libra placements. You could be a Leo who's dealing with another Leo, or you could be a Leo who might have to balance something, might have to make a tough decision. There could be some sort of justice coming in. You could be dealing with the legal system in some way, where maybe you need to speak up about something, like for your rights, like something that was unfair, because the lion can roar pretty loudly, and if this is double Leo, like he would definitely be catching a lot of attention, right? Like he would be bringing attention to himself. Okay, so I don't know. This one is really interesting. You could be dealing with a Leo, you could be dealing with a Libra. All right, so now we're coming to Virgo. Virgo happens to have the $20 bill, so maybe there's something with money coming in. You do have the arches in your outer influences, so maybe there's a little bit of money coming in if you're looking for a job or you're looking to make some extra money or something. You've got a little bit coming in, but you have more to do. You have another doorway to step through before it becomes a larger amount. For Libra, you have in your much, much outer influence hail coming in. So this is like a hailstorm. It's just sort of not really a warning of bad things to come. It's just a warning to be prepared for the unexpected. This can be kind of like Uranus energy, or the tower energy. So, when I say that, like sometimes the unexpected can seem like it might be a bad thing, but the reality is it really is a good thing. So I don't know. And either way, just be like, expect the unexpected is the only thing I can say for Libra, because it's such like, it fell so far out. I would say, like, in terms of timing, you're looking at like a couple of months, at least several months, maybe. But expect the unexpected. And by the way, that can be a good thing as well. Like maybe it's something really, really good that comes in, but you're really scared and nervous, and you're like, I don't know if I can handle this, right? But if you make yourself do it, and you are prepared for it, and like I say, expect the unexpected and prepare for something now, right? So that you can handle it on the fly when it comes, I think you'll do well. Either way, I think it's going to be a good thing, whether you think it's bad or not. So for Scorpio, there's someone that you need to reach out to, Scorpio, or someone is going to reach out to you because of the palm fronds. There's someone in if you feel that you need to reach out to somebody and that's you, then do it, basically. Otherwise, if it's in the hands of the other person and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, so for Sagittarius, you have the pyrite. Actually, this is peacock ore, sorry. Which is basically the same thing. It just depends on the coloring of it. So, and whether or not how it's formed, basically. So for Sagittarius, having this peacock ore, I feel like there's like magic about, but don't be naive with this magic, whatever this is. Interesting that this is happening. I feel the same way for Sagittarius that I did for Cancer. And the only reason that I say don't be naive is because like pyrite is really fool's gold. And so when it comes to like magic, I feel like that's the message, especially because Sagittarius rules the 9th house, which is the house of like the subconscious, the superconscious, right? And so if someone's trying to sell you something that's supposed to be magic or some miracle, like don't be fooled by fool's gold. I don't know. Take it as it resonates for you. I don't really see a whole lot for Capricorn other than this Leo charm that's straddling both Capricorn and Aquarius. So maybe there's something with one of your friends. Maybe you're either friends with a Leo or an Aquarius where, I don't know, something, maybe there's a Leo coming in for you. You're dealing with a Leo this week. What's interesting though, is that when I move to the Aquarius house, Aquarius has the sun in the outer influence here, and the sun rules Leo. So that could be kind of a dual message for both Capricorn and Aquarius. Maybe you have placements in both. Okay, so moving on to Pisces, we have the charm that says, be kind, be free, be true, be peace, be brave, be strong, be happy, be thankful. Just advice for you for this week. And then yeah, that's it. We already did Aries. Okay, so I hope this helps you guys, and I'm sorry for the way that the light is. Hopefully this one recorded. If it didn't, I'm giving up for the day and we will try again tomorrow. If you would like to receive notifications for when I do plan on doing the mini reads, please follow me on Facebook. I don't know, like, subscribe, share, whatever you can to get the word out there. This is a new channel and I'd like to get it to grow as much as possible. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week.